Hi, this is my VR to It Takes a Village 2022 VR to Boho Tarot. Today's setup is a little bit different. You can see the shadow of my microphone right here, but I have to, otherwise the sound is going to be horrible. So, this is my village of tarot decks that helped shape my practice in some type of way. And we're going to start with the first prompt or the first person, and that is the guide, my personal deck. And that has really been the intuitive Night Goddess Tarot for me. So, this is a tarot deck that I don't pull out just lightly. This is really a tarot deck that I pull out for my own readings. I don't pull this out for to read for anybody else. And this is a tarot deck that, on first glance, I thought that I didn't really like it. It's not like one of those decks where I feel like I love the imagery. Um, we happen to have the one of the cards that I really, really do love, which is the Ten of Pentacles here. I think that is a stunning card. But overall, this is not a deck where I feel like the images are like stunning and it's really like my art style. Definitely not. But the readings that I have done with this deck, I also edged it black myself. But the readings that I do with this are so extremely personal. I feel like it took this deck no time at all to get to know me. And that is really why this is such a personal deck for me. Earlier this week, I really felt like I went through some things, and I am going through some things personally. And this deck just told me all the right things that I needed to hear at that point. So, yeah, that is why this is definitely the guide tarot deck, the personal deck in my tarot village, the intuitive Night Goddess Tarot. The next type in my village is the Caregiver, which is a support deck, and to me, that is my Good Karma Tarot. And this is the deck that I use, that I pull from when I need more of a supportive message. So I love the backs. I still want to edge this yellow. But I even pulled this out for some of my political tarot readings that I do here every Saturday that I do live, because this has the ability to make even like really hard, tough topics, like some of the topics that I talk about in my political live streams, it makes it bearable. It makes it it makes it bearable. It makes me able to see the positive in it as well, to see the uplifting and empowering part of it as well. And that is what I love about this deck. When I'm feeling like like when I'm not feeling well, when I'm feeling like I'm through, like I'm going through it, then this is the deck that I can pull that will help me. That will just help support me. So yeah, that is my Good Karma Tarot. I actually do not have a deck for the next two prompts, which is the Muse for Creative Work deck, because I don't really do that, as well as the Counselor, which is a family deck, which is also not really something that I read on very often. So the next one is the Priestess or the Mystic. I went with the Mystic for spiritual work, and that is for me my Wandering Star Tarot. Now, I don't really do a lot of spiritual work with my tarot decks or within my tarot practice. So I very much see myself potentially decluttering this deck, but for now it can definitely stay. I had some really, really in-depth spiritual leaning readings when I first got it, but that's just not really my type of tarot style, and I'm okay with that. Like, I don't do like super deep spiritual readings with my tarot readings, because that is just not really the type of person that I am. I love the practicality side of tarot. I'm actually working on a course which should be out any time now, that goes all into the practical side of tarot, and it is a very practical course where I want you to be able to pick up a tarot deck at the end of it and actually do a reading for yourself. Very practical, it's not spiritual, it's very like I said, practical, down to earth. And this is not really that. Whenever I do a reading, even when I try to do something a little bit more down to earth, this deck somehow always sort of spiritualizes it up, if that makes sense. And sometimes that makes it very hard to interpret. So this is not a deck that I often reach for because of that. So yeah, the Wandering Star Tarot, I think it's great for spiritual work, but I don't really know if that is something that I want to do with tarot. Next is the Elder, which is my Sage Advice deck. And if I want advice, if I want to know what to do and I need a blunt answer, I use my dream. Oh, it's actually the same image here. I use my Dreaming Way Tarot. This is my Dreaming Way. I love this deck. We're not going to talk about the backs, so I'm actually going to show you like that. I love this deck. This gives it to me straight. This tells me exactly what I need to hear. I can get a very accurate reading with this very quickly with only a couple of cards. I love this deck so much. There's nothing that besides the backs, there's nothing that I don't like about this deck. It's sharp, it's blunt, it's very honest. Not necessarily cruel, but it doesn't care about hurting my feelings, which is okay with me. Every now and then I need a deck like this. So yeah, that is my Dreaming Way. It's the deck that can definitely give me the best advice because it doesn't hold anything back. Next up is the Teacher, which is a study deck, and that is my Centennial RWS. It's really funny because when I started off my tarot practice, I didn't care about the RWS imagery at all. And then I got the original tarot RWS, but then I felt like the line work was really weird. I didn't love the colors, so then I got myself the Centennial RWS. And I really do like this. I kept using it throughout the creation of my online course to do the sample readings with, and use it for the imagery to go over the keyword, like the card meanings. And right now, I feel like this is a deck that has very neutral energy. So I always also enjoy using this deck in my political tarot readings because I feel like it gives a neutral tone of voice that is very nice to have in political tarot readings. And I feel like this is very accurate. I feel like it's very easy to read with, but it is definitely a study deck. I don't get much intuitive hits off of this artwork. I just don't. I get way more intuitive hits off of like my Good Karma Tarot because I don't know, because there's just, to me, more to the imagery that tickles my intuition, and this one just does not. But still, this is one that when I got this, what I want to do, so to make this even more of a study deck, I really want to write down my keywords on this. I feel like that is a really good thing to do. I want to do that. I feel like that would make it even more of a study deck for me. So that is something, and I've talked about this for weeks actually, me wanting to do that. And I still haven't done it. So let me know in the comments down below if I should do that, because I feel like I should. And it's just the RWS. Like, I don't mind writing down keywords on this. Just in the imagery, like I could have it here, like in the blue. I could have my keywords. I've written down keywords on other decks as well. I've written it down on my Dark Mirror Oracle, and I really like them on there as well. So this is my Teacher. A little boring, but definitely does the job. Next, we have the Outsider, a deck that doesn't belong. And I don't know necessarily what she meant with that, but I went with the Tarot of Trees because in all my tarot decks, I have either people or animal, mostly people. And then here I have a deck all with trees. Oh, and now that I'm holding this again, I haven't used this in a while, just because I didn't really know what I needed to use it for. But now that I have it in my hands, I love this so much. I feel like this would be a great deck for families, but this is like grounding. This is my grounding deck, and this actually fits in my practice so well because I love that down-to-earth grounding energy in my tarot practice because that is what I need, okay? I have a Leo fire sun, I have an Aries, so a fire moon, And I have water, I have Cancer, Mercury, Cancer, Venus. I have then I do have a Virgo Mars, so I feel like I really need more of that earth energy in my practice, in my day-to-day life, and I love this deck for that. I love this deck so much. It's so absolutely stunning. There's regeneration. There's another card here that's original as well. It's stunning. I have nothing but good things to say about this deck. It shuffles well as well. I love this so incredibly. I love this so incredibly much. But it's definitely a weirdo. It's definitely an outsider. It's weird in my collection full of people decks, and then I have this this little tree hugger deck. So yeah, that is definitely the outsider. My tarot of trees. I have one prompt left from Boho Tarot, and then I created two myself. So first we have the Stranger, the new deck in the village. And I actually got two decks at once, which are both tarots in a tin. So I have my Morgan Greer tarot in a tin, and I like this one. I like it. I haven't really been able to bond with it. I did a political tarot reading stream with it, but I definitely wasn't really ready to work with this yet. I did use it for my for one of my bigger spreads in my tarot course that I'm creating. I feel like I can't shut up about it, but it's just been so heavy on my mind because I've been working on it so hard lately. But yeah, this is just the Morgan Greer. I can't really say much about it because I haven't worked with it a lot yet. I definitely have to get to know it better. But that is the Morgan Greer in a tin. And I also have the Sun and Moon Tarot in a tin. So this is originally like a Thoth-based deck, but I don't read the Thoth. I read RWS. So this is a gorgeous deck. There's so much gorgeous imagery here. I love the depictions of the people here. There are some cards that I just absolutely love. So look at this too. There's like so much space here, but I like it. I feel like this artwork, even though it's small, I feel like it breathes. Look at that. That really feels to me like a waterbender from Avatar: The Last Airbender, which is something that I absolutely love. This imagery, it's so stunning. And I know that if you know the Thoth, there's a lot of Thoth references in here, but I don't know the Thoth, so I don't really see those references. So I am very much able to read RWS with this. I love the Temperance card as well. Look at that. I love it. I love it. I love it. So far, I definitely have felt more bonded with my Sun and Moon Tarot in a tin than the Morgan Greer Tarot, just because the aesthetics are more my thing. But I think the Morgan Greer, I don't know, either one of these decks could end up like having a forever place in my bag, because I want to bring a tarot bag with me all the time. I feel like either one of these would be good for that. I don't know. So the next prompt that I made up myself is the beauty of the village, and that's like my pretty deck. And to me, that's my white Newman. Oh, I think this deck is so pretty. It does come with two extra cards, the black Newman and the white Newman. But overall, I think this deck is so stunning. Look at these people. Look at the aesthetics is it's so up my alley. I love it so much. I haven't really been super called to work with it, but I do think it is really gorgeous. I don't know, maybe it's because I just sort of, I've been disappointed by Liminal 11 and their handling of the deck creator that created the Cannabis Oracle with them. Yeah, I don't know. I love this deck, and I also know that Liminal 11 is gonna publish the mass market version of the This Might Hurt. I'm just glad that I wasn't really interested in the This Might Hurt anyway. But yeah, this card is so stunning. I love this deck. I do love this deck, but I haven't really been called to work with this. But this is such a pretty deck, so this is definitely the beauty of the village. And last but not least, I created the category the pet, which is an animal deck, which is my Tarot. Oh, I've been showing this deck in a couple of videos now. I still haven't etched the rest of it. Oh, why does this look like this? Wait, what's going on? Okay, that's weird. That's weird. That's a little concerning, right? I don't know. So this is the Tarot, and it's so cute. It's about a little rat who is going through rat adventures. It's so, look at the face. Look at the face. This might be my favorite card. Look at that. This might be my favorite card along. Oh, this one is also cute in this deck. I don't know. This is so cute. And this is like the town rat that everybody loves, the town pet that everybody loves. He goes around the village. He can hang out with all of the people there. Everybody loves him. And this is the pet. Oh, look at that. He has a cat with him. That's a cat, right? I think so. I feel like I've shown it a bunch of times on my channel already. This is a tarot. I definitely need to pull this out more often because when I recently did a reading with this, it was able to really, really resonate with me. It's stunning. I love this. I love this. The tarot, the village pet. This is my tarot village. Click the link on the screen right now to see my intuitive decks and the decks that I use to work with intuitively. Subscribe to the channel for weekly tarot chats and weekly live streams for political tarot readings. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!